Okay, let's get into it. We're doing a deep dive on a genre that's, well, it's defined by a total paradox.
Right.
You have these incredibly loud, just overwhelming soundscapes, but the musicians are famous for basically just staring at their feet the whole time.
Exactly. We are talking about shoegaze, the wall of sound.
And the name itself is so visual.
It is. It really started in the UK, late 1980s, and it's all about that dense, effects-heavy guitar sound. We're talking huge reverb, fuzz, delay.
All the pedals.
All the pedals. And that's when the name came from. The musicians were so focused on, operating their pedal boards that they literally just gazed at their shoes.
So our mission today is to trace that sound from its post-punk origins all the way to its modern global influence. We're going to hit the sounds, the gear, and the key albums for you.
Let's do it.
If we go back to the beginning, the late 80s, this wasn't just noise for the sake of it, right? It was about merging that guitar dissonance with, like, a real pop melody.
Oh, completely. It was the bridge out of post-punk. My Bloody Valentine's Isn't Anything, or even earlier, the Jesus and Mary Chain's Psycho Candy.
Psycho Candy is the blueprint.
It's the blueprint, absolutely. A sweet melody just, buried under all that fuzz. That's noise pop.
And the gear was so important to that.
Yeah.
The Fender Jazzmaster guitar, the big muff pedal, that wasn't a random choice, was it?
Not at all. The key was the Jazzmaster's tremolo system, that floating dredge. It let guitarists like Kevin Shields just abuse the whammy bar, and that created those signature seasick gliding sounds. That's the core of the aesthetic.
Which brings us to the golden age,
Yeah.
the early 90s. And you can't talk about that without talking about one album,
Loveless, 1991, that's the peak. That album is the wall of sound. It wasn't just distortion, it was a technical masterpiece.
How so?
It was just relentless multi-layering in the studio. And Shields' famous reverse reverb technique on those glide guitar tracks. I mean, nobody had really done that before. It was revolutionary.
And you had other huge bands, too, like Slowdive with Souvlaki.
And Ride with Nowhere.
Yeah.
But then the whole scene just sort of collapsed. Britpop came along with this, totally different energy, and shoegaze went underground.
So the scene went quiet, but the gear was still evolving.
Yeah, you started seeing things like the Digitech whammy pedal for digital pitch shifting. But really, that brings us to the revival in the 2000s.
Right, and it reemerges in a different place, merging with post-rock. Suddenly it's M83, it's Deer Hunter, a big US-based thing.
A huge revival.
But here's the question. If the whole genre is named for staring at physical pedals, doesn't the move to digital break the definition?
Yeah, that is the central paradox, because this era was a total digital shift. You had units like the Line 6 DL4, that green looper pedal.
Everyone had one.
Everyone had one. It made these complex digital loops and delays accessible, and that led right to DIWs, Pro Tools and Logic, becoming central to how the music was made.
So by the 2010s, you get neo-shoegaze, bands like DIIV.
Exactly, mixing it with dream pop, and they're using these incredibly powerful software tools, modern effects from companies like Strymon,
And what that really means for you, the listener, is that the genre became global. It moved from a few UK clubs to, well, anyone's bedroom with a laptop.
Home recording changed everything.
So when you boil it all down, the appeal seems to be that core tension. It's the contrast between the rumbling noise, the Japanese call it hio,
and that beautiful buried melody by Zenritsu.
Yeah.
And that contrast has made it so adaptable. Its influence is everywhere now. You see traces of it in K-pop and the reevaluation of Japanese city pop. And the originals are still at it. Slowdive's 2023 album was fantastic.
So it's a total hybrid now. Vintage guitars, modern software. Which leaves us with a final thought for you to chew on. If you don't need to physically gaze at pedals anymore, what is the essential element of shoegaze today? Is it still about the shoe, or is it really about the digital mastery of sonic depth?